Okay, hi. I'm gonna try to break down the Kyle Tran song. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm gonna try to make this one take and not long, but we'll see what happens. Uh, just for starters, by the way, the vocals that you hear in the track were recorded on the mic that you're hearing right now, which is my headset microphone on my $30 headset shit. So you can hear the raw sound of that right now. So yeah, don't let anybody tell you can't have cool vocals with shitty mics. Well, I mean, to be honest, you do need a good mic, but whatever. Anyways, let's get into this. Let me break down how I started on the track because I found this like really cool crowdsourced melody. Crowdsource is it's like a producer. Uh, I don't know. It's like people making beats live. Like Sam. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Nobody does. Sam G. Y'all know Sam G. Yeah. Anyways, I started off with this. Wait, where is it? Yeah. But I chopped it, right? I don't know. I don't remember. I chopped it to get to this one. So yeah, I went to slice. Yeah. So essentially, I found that and I just kept playing it in a rhythm, right? And then I think for this one I brought it up 5 semitones, but I may have done that when I printed it to audio. Yeah, I did that when I printed it to audio. Well, essentially, I froze it, flattened it, and it became this. Well, rather before that all happens, it sounds like that. But then in Ableton, there's the beats warping mode. So I set it to 1/8 notes, and I brought down the transient. I don't even know what you would call this shit, but it shortens the transients by 1/8. And then this one goes up 5 semitones. Same with this. Pretty simple so far. I mean, literally all I did was sampled just a guitar playing, played it in a cool melody, chopped it up, resampled it, added a little bit of warping, and yeah, this is the intro. Essentially, all it is it's layered with just a more drenched in reverb version of the same exact thing, just to add a little bit of ambiance, ambience. So yeah, that was literally it for the intro. That's all I had to start off with it, and I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. This was at like 4 a.m. literally like this morning. So yeah, I had that intro, and immediately I knew what types of drums I wanted because I was listening to Flashing Lights, and that track has this 4 on the floor like pattern, the kick, clap, kick. So yeah, this is all the processing on it, but the main things that really make it pop is the TR5 classic compressor and the glue compressor. Listen. That's without effects. That's crazy. Or without the compression. So yeah, with the compression here, literally I'm just boosting the input drive, which is rather stupid, but makes it fucking clip there and then put soft clipping on it to make sure that it has that nice warm feel. But it hits so hard and I love it. It also feels very retro, like very retro. So at this point, I just had the drums and this cool little pulsing melody. Oh wait, I should mute the rest of that. So yeah, and this. Yeah, and from there, there's this nifty little feature in Ableton where if you right click and you convert harmony slash MIDI to, or yeah, you can convert the audio into MIDI. So I can actually, this is I think directly. Wait, my shit froze. Hold up. Ableton froze. Okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Yeah, this is literally the harmony to MIDI. Like Ableton automatically puts like an electronic piano preset on, and I didn't change it. I thought it sounded cool. It doesn't sound good, but it fills out a lot of space. So from there, I was able to. I mean, literally, these are just the chords that got printed from the audio. So from there, I was able to grab the root note, which is D sharp, and I was able to create a bass line out of it. So you see it starts at D sharp and then eventually goes to G sharp. But this is a sub bass, so it's very low frequency wise. Like here, if I bring up an EQ, Um, yeah, it hits very, very low. It hits at about 30, 40 hertz. So you probably can't hear that on speakers most likely. But regardless, it is there. If you have headphones, it will vibrate and it feels very nice. And it also matches very well with this and that. But yeah, just building up those layers, trying to fill it out more. But going back to the harmony to MIDI stuff, I was able to create two different layers: an electronic piano and a natural sounding piano, just stacked on top of each other to fill out that mid range, right? And before I continue, I should say that there's sidechain on it to give it that pulsing effect. It gives a good movement. These compressors are for later in the track, so we'll get to that then. They're not doing anything except sidechain, so and there's nothing being sidechained here other than through the kickstart. But yeah, I use these instruments to fill out that mid range, and then I wanted like to emphasize that pulsing pattern because like that's all there was, just like this mellow pulsing pattern. So I wanted to brighten that up a bit. So I added a piano just to really like emphasize it, and it sounds so beautiful with the other synth. I called it a synth, but it really is a guitar. But by resampling it, I changed it to. I was able to change it into somewhat of a synth. So yeah, I liked all these layers that I had so far. I had a bright high end. I had a filled out mid end. I had a very beautiful low end with the sub. It feels so nice. I love the sub. I was like, what other beautiful shit can I put in here? So I put in strings, and this is my favorite plugin probably of all time, Sketching Orchestra 2. It's free as fuck, so download it if you make music. It's free, and it comes with a bunch of instruments, and I love it. And there's a bunch of different, not a bunch, but there's a few different articulation methods. So in this track, I had to name it, vibrato F. I think that's, yeah. So this is what it sounds like. It sounds cheap, but that's kind of how I wanted it, just to chill in the back. It's negative 33 decibels and drenched completely in reverb. This is the reverb control, by the way. I don't know if you see that bit, but yeah, it's being routed into this reverb. So those are my reverb settings if anybody cares. It's the default Ableton routing reverb shit, but whatever. If I change the articulation method for the strings, it sounds completely different. Listen. Oh wait, let's can turn it up a bit. So yeah, I chose that one. And just have it tucked in the back. So this whole stack right here of the low end, the high end, the also high end, mid range, and then this just fills out everything. It literally just fills out absolutely everything. So as a whole, it's this. So yeah, beautiful. And with the drums, very quickly, it just has a very nice. Very solid. Now from here, this is where I get to get fun. Unfortunately, here are the vocals. Yeah, hi. Anybody can sing with auto tune. Let's get that out of the way, right? So the very first thing I have on my vocals is auto-tune. But for the intro bit, you'll notice there's not like words. It's just very strange. I call it, it's a stupid term, but I call it come back to earth shit. Like, just like, it sounds like a space transmission or something. Like, it's just, yeah, this bit. Wait, let me play the processed one right here. So it sounds terrible, but with the mix, plus I layered it with a more natural sounding version. If I play those two together in the mix, it sounds just so beautiful. But let me break down how I made that, and let me break down some of this processing because it's pretty freaking cool. Kinda, I think, maybe. So yeah, like I said, it immediately goes into an auto-tune. Immediately, it has to, because my vocals without it are not good. I can show you that right now, but please, just understand that I have major bollocks doing this because I am not a singer. I've never been trained to be a singer. I'm just a kid with auto-tune. So here are my dry vocals. Well, I mean, it's not dry, it just doesn't have auto-tune. I guess it's not as bad as I may have thought, but later in the track it gets way worse. To be honest, it's not as bad as I may have thought. Maybe I'm a singer. Fuck, do I have any auto-tune on? No? Okay, I'm a singer. Cool. I win. I mean, I sound stupid. If I take off all the effects, I'm gonna sound really, really dumb. You ready? Here we go. Get ready to laugh. Wait. Yeah, that's awful. That's just awful. Oh wait, no, I turned off the wrong. Stupid. There we go. It's alright. A little bit of a mess up, but check it out. No. Yep. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. So when I have the freedom at 4 a.m. to bullshit whatever I want to do, and you know, it's 4 a.m. You can do whatever you want to do. Not really, but I was able to sing like a stupid person and, you know, make it work. So yeah, 4 a.m. Sick. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. So yeah, now that you've heard the raw vocal, I can kind of go through the processing. So like I said, it starts off with an auto-tune. Hey, let me go back to the start. Let me take off the rest of these effects so we can go down the line. Cool. Hey, hit him with a mother. Alright, so yeah, started with the auto-tune. Then it goes into an EQ to get rid of a lot of the low end of my voice. Hey, hit him with a makes it sound a lot thinner. I generally like my vocal personally to sound thin. This might be too thin in retrospect, but whatever. RVox, great vocal compressor. Hey, hit him with a motherfucker. That does a lot. Like, listen without RVox. Hey, hit him with a motherfucker. And then with. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking. So yeah, all it's doing is compressing it, and it makes it sound so nice. And then I put that into a reverb, cut out the lows. Kind of, I think I turned down the decay time because it's set to like 2 seconds normally, and then dry wet I fucked with a little bit. I don't know if I changed anything else, probably the scale or something, but hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. Sorry, but yes, it definitely puts it in a space for sure. OTT, if anybody knows what OTT is, I had to throw it on this bitch because it just brightens up anything, as long as you don't use it too much. If I overdid it, like, here's what the effect. Hey, hit him. Hey, hit him. If I overdid it, this is what it sounds like. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. So as I mess with the amount, you're able to see how much it really does brighten it up. So I only left it at 17% because I don't need it overly bright. This OVox right here is what I use to create the space effect, and I don't even know how to explain the thought process through this because a lot of the manipulation is through OVox itself, and I'm not doing shit. So it's algorithms and whatnot, but I just set the scale, tweaked the little things, and then it created that mess, which is actually sick as fuck because it took like my breath and turned it into like a walkie-talkie sound. Like, it sounds crazy. But I only had it on and printed it to audio and then manipulated even more through here. But yeah, I kept this one dry here of the OVox. So you could just hear my ugly ass voice. Beautiful, rather. And then that just goes into reverb again. I just wanted to fill out or give it more of a space and then put that into an auto-tune. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't have the auto-tune over here, but whatever, fuck it. EQ, this is on my vocal, right? Yeah. I don't know what the fuck type of EQ curve this is. I don't know. I don't know. I probably didn't even mean to have that there. Whatever, fuck it. It sounds great, but I never have EQ curves like that on my vocals. Whatever. It worked. Oh, yeah, it worked. So for the intro, that's literally it. Just the come back to earth bit, you know? Spaceship fucking type beat type deal. sounds very crazy. But yeah, after that we get a little bit of claps, to fill in. And then immediately goes into this little, mid bit. This is where my vocals start, like words actually start to kick in. So. And here's when I introduce Surge, which if you haven't heard of Surge, it's a great plugin as well. With so many ridiculously weird sounds. So many sounds. Look how many sounds are in this motherfucker. Look. So many sounds. But then I threw an arpeggiator with 1/8 on it to give it that dun dun dun. Let me solo it. This one you should be able to hear better on phone speakers. But without the arpeggiator, it's this. It sounds just like a respacer. Yeah. But then add the arpeggiator. It sounds more plucky. Whoa. So yeah, I think that's it for like the little transition bit into, I would say, like the chorus. There's just like a sub drop. You can't hear that on your phone, but it's just like a ooh. But like really, really, really deep. Really deep. Hey, hit him with a. And it's just a nice little transition. It feels good too on the ears. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. So yeah, here I stacked up those otherworldly sounds. I think this one's like pitched up, maybe. Yeah, that one's pitched up 12 semitones right there. And yeah, this one is also pitched up 12 semitones, but I did that 1/8 beats trick to give it a little bit more movement, I guess. But it works really, really well. Yeah, nothing changed in this section. It's all, the same stack. It's the same drums. Everything's pretty much the same here, just with me singing Kyle Tran. Sick. Let me make sure this is turned on. There we go. So yeah, there's multiple recordings of my vocals to harmonize and shit. Like. I had fun on this. Can you tell? The strings are just beautiful. So yeah, yes. So for the second half of the chorus, I wanted to just make it sound so cinematic. So I have labs here with the fun little EQ curve there. It's a long preset to make it sound long, I guess. Those are very real sounding strings. And then I threw the sketching orchestra one with arco vibrato P, not F. And this one sounds fake, but I like the high end. Like I really like how it sounds like a shimmer. So yeah, those strings fill out the second half of the chorus. Then it immediately goes into this Labs soft piano, which is one of the best presets of all time ever. It just sounds like this. Dude, it's so beautiful. It's one of the best presets ever. And Labs, if you make music and don't already know, is a free plugin with a million different free expansions. So download it. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. But that's also paired up with my vocal. Just ridiculous fucking wailing into the microphone with auto-tune. And just more ambient humming shit. But it sounds so calming and so beautiful and relaxing. Just all those words describing something beautiful. And then this little, transition vocal. Kyle Tran, he's in the building. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. So yeah, for this like kind of beat switch up bit, after the soft piano plays, those strings get added, and then it cuts off to leave room for this fill. It's just like a snare buildup plus like an acoustic fill, so it's like, but then that plus, and then that goes into like an impact. So yeah, this little bit here though has different drums. It has like more stomp, big, extremely loud, or sorry, spacious drums, I guess. So yeah, you get the idea. I think they really work well together. I didn't do any processing on any of them. I thought they sounded nice in the mix, except for the fact that I tossed two different side chaining everything during this middle section to the kick and the snare. Oh, wait, where is it? Oh yeah, I would have to solo these as well. You can hear. It just helps the kick and the snare fit in a little bit better. The thresholds are pretty generous, so it's nice. Yeah, for this bit I stacked both of the bass lines that I had. So the super low sub that you probably can't hear, plus the respace with the 1/8 arpeggiator. I stacked those both on top of each other, as well as some of this ambient vocal stuff that you've already heard before. Which, by the way, if I haven't gone over already, has been pitched up 12 semitones, but with very minimal dry wet. So it's literally just a little bit of shimmer. You could barely hear it, but yeah. By the way, a lot of this stuff here, it sounds very bad on its own. It only makes sense in the mix. But yeah, this is what it sounds like. Lots of tension. And then it introduces some of the synth stuff again. But yeah, very tense, and yeah, I think it's a very nice little switch up. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. Cool. So after that little second, hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. It's essentially the same as the last transition with the sub drop and all that, except I added the claps that go and it's really fun. Really fun. Hey, hit him with a motherfucking coyote. Dude. So hard, so hard. But then for this last verse, I added in just a hat loop from Splice. And that's just chilling in the back. I think it's like, yeah, negative 24 decibels and transition reverb. But then the vocal harmonies get really fun. I'm going to solo this here. Make sure to laugh, but whatever. Motherfucking coyote. He's got the moves. Coyote. Tran. So it sounds beautiful. Sorry, I just choked. It sounds beautiful, but yeah, it's just auto tune. So yeah, I love it. And that goes into the outro, which is literally just that soft piano, as well as some of this ambient humming from me, and then it just finishes with and that's it. I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else I could break down, any more processing possibly I could break down. I mean, some of the audio vocal processing, like this track has chorus on it. This one does not. The chorus, I think, just makes it fit better in the back, like some of these little ad-lib / harmony bits, like without the chorus. It's very minimal, but it makes it, it kind of lets your ear be able to decipher a difference between some of the harmonies, I feel. Anything else? I don't think so. Fun track. Well, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you were able to learn something, and I hope that you stream the song, because it's a lot of fun to listen to. Yeah, that is it. This is the Tran project file. I don't know how to end this shit. Play me out, motherfucker. Oh wait, this is embarrassing. Hey, there we go. With a motherfucking coyote. Cool, sick.